So this is the furniture model in Houdini. It is actually showcase, and it's just a box and boolean process. And I'll show the full process how to do this modeling in Houdini, and it's very comfortable to model in Houdini, and everyone knows that it is a FX package, but I think it's a good modeler too. So let's go to the process how to do modeling in Houdini. And firstly, I have taken the box uh, for one part of the showcase. Then I copied it lowerly, and I then make boolean. So if you see, this is the boolean process, and making a part side part of the showcase. And I made a little polybevel here because during modeling I will get this nice curve here, you see. So that's why I did the polybevel here, and this is a boolean. After that I get the final result. And actually the any wooden furniture, there is no wooden furniture have the sharp edge, so I make a polybevel here and try to smoothen that. Okay, after that I make the groove, so it will play as wood. Here is the wood groove, then I make another boolean here for the glass part. This is the main, and this is the after polybevel part. uh, Here is the process, and this is intersect. Okay, I made the boolean here, the subtract. If I yeah, and in case they are, I made intersect. After that I try to make selected thin in z axis, all that one, and it's a global value, and I made little bit lower, so glass is little bit thinner, and I made a groove and give it glass. Then after merging, this is the one side of the showcase. Then I made normal and mirror it, so this is the two-sided of the showcase. And after that I make it little bit transform so that it plays from the middle of zero axis. Okay, now I copied this box here, then I made a circle like that. After that it's clipped from the behind, from the below part of zero axis. Then I transform up, I poly extrude this circle here. Then I made a poly extrude in the z axis. After that I transform it for proper boolean process, and this is also subtract, you can see that. And after subtracting I get the another side of the showcase. After that I made polybevel to make the edges smoother. Then I group it for wood, you can say. Then I need to make the glass part here, and for this process I take the poly extrusion part here, and I didn't take it. I take another branch from there, then poly extrude little bit as the glass is thinner, then transform it in the z axis little bit, and make thinner in the z axis too, and then I made a group, and that is glass. So after merging all this, I get that here is the wooden part and this is the glass part. Okay, then I normal it and mirror. So this is the another side of the showcase after the transform. So this is the full showcase part. This is the side, this is the side, and this is the side. You can see that. Okay, and here's a box for the steps in the showcase. I little bit poly bevel it here. Then why the edit process? Okay. Then I poly extrude. Okay, and poly bevel. So this is the base of the showcase, and actually it's placed as the pillar. Okay, and from this poly bevel I transform up, and that's look like that. And this is the roof of the showcase, you know, and this is the base, this is the roof. Okay, so after all that it's look like that. And in the wireframe mode, it's actually so much low poly based model, so my viewport is so much flexible. Okay, so okay, what is that? I make a, actually you see here that, I made a transform this poly extrude, and I made another transform. So I made a scale there in the x and y axis little bit lower. Then I made a boolean, and this is the subtract part. Okay, then I make a transform here, I made another transform and merge it. This is the two side. Then actually I made the polybevels of the edges. After all that, I have merged all together. So this is the part. If you see, this is the part there, this wooden design here, you see that this is the part. So if you see the box, this is the steps between the showcase. I made poly bevel there, then copy it 4 times and group it as a glass. So after merging all the things, you can see that the whole process in the wire mode. Okay, then I made a blast. So on the basis of glass on the groove, and this is the wooden part of my showcase. and this is the glass part of my showcase. And giving the material to my wooden part. You can see that actually what I did in case of wooden part, I blast it, then I made UV unwrap, I did UV layout to make the UV more organized. I file cache it, so I didn't do the whole process again. And after the naming, I wrap out it into a BX format. Then I go to substance painter and paint the wooden part. So here is the material I take from the substance painter. So here is the texture. I took the base, roughness, metallic, and in case of the normal, and here is the displacement height. Okay. So, and for the glass part, I use the general glass texture from Houdini, and this is like that. After merging, so I get this showcase like that. And in case of rendering, if I see, okay, this is the render form, and you can see that slight noise here, and if you increase the sampling in the rendered section, this will noise level. If you decrease it, it will give a more denoise effect there. So I load the pixel sample, so it will give a quicker look. And the coloring of the wooden mostly depend on the environment light. If you take like that, so the glass and the wooden side, here is the another value, you can make 2, and the noise is become more here because the pixel sample is lower, 3, and the final result is like that. Thank you.